Okay, just have a few minutes to go over a couple of things. First and foremost, today is my birthday, and well, unlike 2 years ago, I didn't have three birds simultaneously shit at me this morning. I don't know about the afternoon though. Well, unlike last year, remember the baby, the pregnant woman? Okay. Well, that pregnant woman back in 2014, on my birthday last year, she was walking across the street with a baby, and I had to save her from being sideswiped. But this birthday today, I mean, for me it's a sad day because this past week I had to say goodbye to someone I truly cared about, and that person was Nancy Reagan. I was a huge fan of his when I was a kid, and I used to watch the Just Say No to Drugs commercials when I was a kid, and she was always, I know she had a reputation around the offices for being a bitch, that I know. She had a nasty reputation in the office, and a few years later she had to reconcile with a few people that resigned because she was a pain in the ass. But she really did care about the kids. She really did want to keep kids off drugs. The joke is all the celebrities that were doing the Just Say No commercials were on drugs while they're doing the fucking commercials. That's not a joke. The celebrity kids that were doing the Just Say No to Drugs commercials were going in the back and getting high afterwards. I swear to God, this is the truth. She had to take care of him in his later years. But I feel real bad because this is supposed to be a happy week for me, happy day for me, and I have to see her go, and that's very, very hard for me. Don't forget, for a lot of the kids of my generation, she was a very grandmotherly figure. Just say no to drugs. That wasn't about being a Republican or being a Democrat. Nancy Reagan didn't want any kids to be using drugs. So, some of the things that she did transcended the political lines, and now she's gone. God rest her soul. But thank you, truck. The real reason why I wanted to make this video is because I wanted to update the SAFE Act lawsuit. The attorneys for the New York State Rifle Pistol Association and friends strongly encouraged them to not appeal the last decision. The last decision was made by an appellate court in Manhattan that said magazine capacity is fixed at 10, no higher. And the firearm accessories are still constitutional. They were hoping to appeal that and hopefully get into the Supreme Court. But speaking of untimely deaths, Justice Scalia has left us. And at the present moment, you would get a 4-4 split decision at the Supreme Court, and that would only uphold and reinforce the last decision. Okay, the Supreme Court is supposed to have an odd number of judges so that we can have a nice, clear, definitive answer. Okay, you can't have a 4-on-4 split with 9 judges. But if one judge should happen to die and not be replaced yet, it'll be a 4-4 split, and the lower court's holding will stand. So that's not very good. So New York State Rifle Pistol Association has said they will renew the appeal if and when a conservative justice is chosen to replace Justice Scalia. That means whoever the Republican nominee is has to win, because you know damn fucking well that Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton are not going to be supporting constitutional conservative judges to the bench. Not going to happen. So, and a lot of the people are, oh my God, how could you drop the fucking lawsuit? Oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with you? And to those people I say, where the fuck were you on election day 2014? Okay, you're like, oh my god, it's heartbreaking. Okay, well, lawsuits cost money, paperwork takes time, figuring out legal strategies takes even more time, convincing judges who are not allowed to have a point of view. The judges are not allowed to be NRA members or Brady campaign members. They have to be totally neutral. So convincing them to feel your point of view is a lot harder than it looks sometimes. It is. So, but what is not hard is walking one block, signing your name once, and filling in one circle. That is not hard. Okay? And Andrew Cuomo's propaganda machine has been saying that 80% of gun owners, 80% of New Yorkers, and 60% of gun owners support the SAFE Act. Okay? Considering 85 to 90% of gun owners didn't even bother to vote in the most important election in the state's history, Andrew Cuomo's propaganda was proven true. Okay? It's like if Hitler said Jews don't vote, and then 85% of Jews stayed home. That's basically what it is, okay? If 85 to 90% of gun owners remember they had a job to do, the SAFE Act would have been repealed on New Year's Day 2015. Now this year, every elected official in the state houses, the state assembly and the state senate is up for re-election. Every single person. If all gun owners vote in this coming election 2016, on New Year's Day 2017, the state houses will overturn this and repeal the SAFE Act with a veto-proof majority, and then after that they'll impeach Andrew Cuomo. But are all gun owners going to vote? So right now, the SAFE Act is going to stand for a while because you really can't appeal to the Supreme Court unless you're guaranteed a 5-4 majority, a 5-4 split. Okay, and we don't know that depends on the outcome of the national election. So you gotta have the national election, you gotta have a Republican winner, whoever the fuck it is, you gotta have a conservative nominee to the court, and then they'll renew the lawsuit. Or you could just take the easy way out and vote all the scum out, and that'll be that. But I mean, see, that is fucking weird to me. That the easiest thing in the world to do would be to walk one block, fill in one circle, and sign your name once. That is the easiest thing in the world to do. And yet you choose not to do that, but you choose to complain later that things didn't go as you planned. Okay? How much money did you donate to the SAFE Act lawsuits? How many times did you tell your friends to vote for Astorino? Did you vote? Okay? Because you are the fucking reason why this happened. Okay? The SAFE Act would have been gone forever a year ago if 85 to 90% of gun owners voted. But 85 to 90% of gun owners stayed home on the most important election day in the state's history, period. And they were the group that had the most to lose. And speaking of Mrs. Reagan's passing, God rest her soul, in 1964, 50 years before the 2014 election, and 40 years before his own passing, private citizen Ronald Reagan said, "History will record with the greatest astonishment that those of us that had the most to lose did the least to prevent it from happening." So you had the most to lose being a gun owner, and you did the least to prevent it happening. And oh, by the way, Cuomo is thinking about more gun control laws. I don't know how far they'll go, but he's thinking about more gun control laws. Gun control laws that would affect all gun owners. There's actually one gun control law they're considering where they'll say in order for you to buy ammunition, you have to have a handgun license. Well, you don't have a handgun license because you only own one over-under shotgun for skeet shooting and one bolt-action 3-shot rifle for deer hunting. And because of that, you have no handgun license. Therefore, you won't be able to buy ammunition because no handgun license equals no ammunition. That means you can buy all the rifles and shotguns you want, but unless you have a handgun license, no ammunition. Okay. So all you guys that were sitting home, 85 to 90% of gun owners that's at home because the SAFE Act didn't apply to you? Okay. See? Remember one thing. You don't lift a finger when they come for me because you are different than me. But when they come for you, who will lift the finger to help you? Remember, they come for me today. They come for you tomorrow. Remember that, motherfuckers. Thank you.